Hmm.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special Refrigerated review. We are doing this a little differently this time. You'll remember my new 3DS video was done pretty much unscripted, and this is going to be the same deal. It really feels weird, and I like having to fall back on a script, but, this is unique, and it's a skill that I need to learn, so, forgive me if it's a little weird. But I'm here to talk to you about something very, very special that I just picked up not too long ago. And you may have seen it right here. This looks like a web browser, but if you look really closely, yep, that is GOG Galaxy, the new GOG.com client. Now, I'm a big fan of GOG, and when they unveiled GOG Galaxy, I think at last year's E3, I don't remember when it was, but when they unveiled it, I was really super excited because if I can buy a game on GOG and not have to buy it on Steam, I will buy it on GOG because they do a lot of things that I think are really good for gaming, like DRM-free gaming and bringing back old games like X-Wing and TIE Fighter. They're a real benefit to the industry today. So that's good. Now, you can probably tell already by this huge list to the right here, I'm a big fan of GOG, and I have way, way too many games. But I'm going to open up this folder here, and you can see that I have a huge problem with GOG. I spend way too much money on this site, but I want to support them, and each of these games works really, really well. But, I had to download them somehow, and that somehow was this real pain in the ass. GOG Downloader. It sucks. I'm not even going to beat around the bush. GOG Downloader just completely sucks ass. Like, don't get me wrong, I love GOG, but their downloader has just been terrible for the past few years. And let me tell you a quick story. When I was reviewing Pillars of Eternity, I bought it through GOG. And I downloaded it through the GOG downloader. It didn't take too long, but, I tried to open it, and I tried to download the DLC. It opened fine, but I tried to download the DLC and the soundtrack and everything, and it just broke the downloader. Like, it wouldn't download anything else, and whenever I tried to add something else, it just crashed. And, uninstalling it and reinstalling it didn't help. A lot of things didn't help, and it was terrible. It was really terrible. And GOG support helped me a little bit, but I don't trust this thing anymore. So, this thing completely sucks. We're going to close that down. But now, we have GOG Galaxy, which is basically the new downloader, and it works really, really, really well. So let's talk about this storefront, because you'll notice that, holy crap, it looks a hell of a lot like GOG. Let me see if I can pull up regular GOG. There we go. It's like the exact same thing. It's not even that different. It's just GOG in a different web browser. And that's good. That is really, really good. Purchasing things works the exact same way, and I'm happy for that. You can take a look at forum replies through this thing. Oh, excuse me. Just had a pretty hearty dinner. As far as I can tell, making friends is still... I haven't tried it using the client yet. And I couldn't really find much of a friends list here. I could be missing something. I didn't really poke it through all that much because I just downloaded this thing. This is a closed alpha before I go on any further. Full disclosure, this GOG Galaxy is not finished yet, but for right now it looks like a really solid build. But I couldn't see any friends list anywhere, so I don't know if that's something they'll add in the future. I hope they do. But, you know what this store looks like. It's a nice store. It looks great. And so let's move on to this library tab. We haven't seen this really in GOG, have we? Well, yeah, we kind of have. And you'll see in a bit. Yeah, there we go. If you use GOG a lot, you will be very familiar with these shelves, and you will also see, again, that I've bought way too many games on this thing. So, installing games with GOG Galaxy is actually really, really super easy, and we're going to download something pretty small, because Alaska Internet is really, really terrible. So let's see, what would be a good small one? I don't know any of these. There we go. King's Quest 5. Or King's Quest 6, why not? We'll install that. You gotta go through a little end-user license agreement here. That's all there is to it. See, it's easy. And it'll say installed, but the truth is, you gotta go up, browse for it, and there it is, and you can check on its download status. And you can actually launch games through GOG Galaxy, and it works really, really well. So we're going to try launching a game. We're going to try launching King's Quest 6 now that it's done. I've recorded this after the review, not so subtly, but let's click on play. Let's see what happens. It starts right up. Yep. There's King's Quest 6. Starts right up. No issues at all. See, even it's happy. I got to launch you through GOG Galaxy. Yeah. And another thing that is really nice that I appreciate them for putting here, because downloading patches through GOG is a pain in the ass, is auto updates. You know, I tried to record this earlier, but Pillars of Eternity was still updating. And that makes me very, very happy that it'll download updates automatically for you. But I do want to make one thing clear. This, as far as I know, is not really DRM. It's just a way to launch all of your games. Like, you can still move... I still have my installer. Like, I don't know where it is on my computer, but I still have it somewhere. And I can still just throw it on a thumb drive and share it around, and it's still DRM free. But it's now on this nice, really super easy client where you can just buy games and play them straight from GOG Galaxy. And it's nice. I like it. There is one complaint, though, while we wait for King's Quest 6 to finish. And you'll know it if I actually pull up my games list, is that I actually have King's Quest 6 already installed. I downloaded it back when it was in that 4, 5, and 6 triple pack. And since then, GOG's moved to individually have them in individual games, and so it didn't recognize King's Quest 6, and it doesn't recognize a lot of these games. And it's not just that I've modded, you know, some games, like the 2 Fallout games. I've modded the hell out of them. And Deus Ex is one that I also heavily mod. But still, a lot of these, like Baldur's Gate, I haven't even touched Baldur's Gate in terms of modding, and it's still not here. So, GOG Galaxy doesn't recognize every game. It can recognize games because, you know, a lot of these games were games that I had beforehand, like Star Wars Rogue Squadron. I reviewed that earlier. And GOG Galaxy just saw it and picked it up and added it to my list. And that's nice, and it's going to keep updating. And that's great. But it doesn't work for every game, and that is a shame. So, is King's Quest done yet? No, it's not. It's still got a ways to go. Wow. 390 megabytes. I didn't know it was that big. Alright, so that's one issue with GOG Galaxy. But, you know, as I said, it is still 0.7.0.860. They've still got a long way to go before they go to GOG Galaxy 1. So, for an alpha, this is really, really nice. I love where GOG Galaxy is right now. And, you know, I would be looking forward to this if I didn't already have it. So, yeah, be happy that this works so well. Even for an alpha, it's really, really fantastic, and I would take it over that old piece of crap GOG downloader any day. So that's my take on GOG Galaxy. You should be excited. This is really cool. Like, if GOG manages to get more games on here, like more modern stuff, or more big releases from big publishers, this could be a Steam killer. I get the feeling that this could be a Steam killer. I mean, it's an Origin killer by any stretch of the imagination. But I'm really happy with this, and I hope that it succeeds and does well. And it's completely optional. That's another thing that's really nice. You can still download games the old-fashioned way through your web browser, if you so desire. You don't have to use it, and that's great. And of course, it's all DRM free. It all goes with all the philosophies that GOG stands for. You can see my old game collection through Chrome. It's not loading as quickly. But like, you can still go in here. Let me. But yeah, you can still go into, you know, Deus Ex and click on it, and it'll give you options to download not only the game, but the wallpapers and the soundtrack and all of that good stuff. And GOG still packages their old games with all that stuff, and that's great! Oh, I love GOG. But their client's great. I'm very happy with it. You know, you can download extras. That's awesome. And you should be excited too. And that's where I'm going to leave off, so I will see you guys next week. Hello, JC.